one of the first things you need to be aware of is that you are being guided by ideas. You are being guided by belief systems. You're being guided by paradigms that have been established from the moment you entered into your physical body, which means before you were even born, you were being influenced by the vibration of your mother. You were being influenced by the frequencies expressed by your family, those closest to you. You were being conditioned to a high, beautiful vibration, or you were being conditioned to a low vibration, or you were being conditioned to a beautiful cocktail mix of highs and lows, ups and downs, which most often is the norm. And this is why you have good days and bad days, good times and not so great times. It's because your vibrational offering is sometimes high, sometimes low, and your experience reflects that. Hello and welcome to this presentation of Consciousness Ascending. My name is Benny Ferguson. I channel the non-physical collective known as Abraham, and our desire is not just to support you, but to accelerate the process of growth and expansion as one who is aspiring to be a powerful conscious creator. At the end of this presentation, be sure to check the description for guidance on how to make sure you are working at your core. First are the 3 greatest misconceptions about the path of growth and expansion you are on. And second are the 3 attention shifts that you must make to be sure you are on the path of growth and expansion and working at your foundation. We are extremely excited you are here, and we look forward to being of support. Cognizant traps. Conscious creators, are you cognizant of the traps, of the loops, of the cycles that you are participating in? Are you cognizant of the ideas that you are allowing yourself to be driven by? Ideas that have been offered to you through family, through friends, ideas that have been established through emotional circumstance, traumas, pains, winnings, successes, both capable of being emotionally charged, both capable of establishing ideas, but the power is in whether you are cognizant of these ideas at play. So many are not. So many are not aware of the dominant ideas that are driving them, the ideas that are driving them to the creative end of relationship and that which has become the norm. Ideas that drive them to the creative end of the experience of an abundance of lack and scarcity, or an abundance of resources. Ideas that are leading them to an experiential end in what is deemed through their perception to be success and failure. Are you aware? Are you cognizant of that which is driving you? That which is at your mental core? For you are an energy being. You are source at your center, at your core. You are source at its center, at its core. But at this moment on your plane of existence, you have a body and you have a mind. And the way your plane of existence operates, the way the biomechanical organism that is allowing you to experience physical reality at this moment operates, is that you have a mind. There is one mind through which all minds are connected, and then there is the individual mind in which you are utilizing to create experience on your plane of existence. And within that mind, the way it works is that ideas, thought patterns that are suggested or that you hold continuously become what's called a dominant idea, a belief system, a paradigm. And these belief systems, once they are established with emotion and become dominant, they become the driving force in that particular area or in that particular circumstance by which you are governed. Because you are a learning system. Your mind and body is a learning system, just like an AI computer, an artificial intelligence computer that is constantly taking in information and then creating ideas and assumptions and building patterns based on the information that it is coming in, but also building patterns based on the types of experiences that seem to be repeating, so that it has knowledge and potentially the best pathways or the best avenues to addressing this circumstance that is a norm. Now, the challenge with that is, once you begin to establish yourself in a pattern, or as you continuously observe, or a specific pattern or a specific pattern continues to be implied, you begin to build ideas, belief systems around that particular pattern. So if you were a child and you were constantly experiencing broken relationship or behaviors and interactions that might yield broken relationship, of course you didn't know that when you were a child, you were just observing. In your home, if it was beautiful, if it was loving, if it was kind, if it was collaborative and interactive, your parents and your family structure, then that's what you saw. That's what it was implied. Those are the types of ideas, thought patterns, belief systems that were created. And these are the ideas that are driving you now into similar results in relationships. But if you saw dysfunction, if you saw fear, if you saw pain, if you saw suffering, if you saw anger, all of these things that lead to broken relationship, if that's what you saw, if that's what was implied, if that's the language and the behaviors that were around you, then most likely those ideas became dominant within you. And then these are the ideas that are guiding you toward similar experiences at the moment, unless you have come in contact with, for a long enough period of time, a different experience that created a new idea, new dominant ideas that leads you down the path to a different experience. But that most likely hasn't been the case. That rarely is the case, believe it or not. Most have had experiences as a child. These experiences were implied and spoken upon, and the behaviors were observed, the results of the behaviors were observed, and these are the dominant ideas that were established. And once they are established, an individual continues to be governed by these ideas until they consciously make a shift, until they consciously make a change. These are the ideas. These are the perceptions that you need to be cognizant of, that you need to understand, that you need to be aware of if you intend to make transformation. If you intend to discover the truth of you in source, one of the first things you need to be aware of is that you are being guided by ideas. You are being guided by belief systems. You're being guided by paradigms that have been established from the moment you entered into your physical body, which means before you were even born, you were being influenced by the vibration of your mother. You were being influenced by the frequencies expressed by your family, those closest to you. You were being conditioned to a high, beautiful vibration, or you were being conditioned to a low vibration, or you were being conditioned to a beautiful cocktail mix of highs and lows, ups and downs, which most often is the norm. And this is why you have good days and bad days, good times and not so great times. It's because your vibrational offering is sometimes high, sometimes low, and your experience reflects that. There are also individuals who seem to string along experiences of not so great happenings, and that's because they are consistently stringing along expressions of low vibration. Have you ever found yourself expressing anger over an extended period of time? You had reason to be angry at a spouse or partner or children, or something happening at your job, in your career, or in your business, and you were expressing anger for hours or days on end. You were expressing frustration for hours or days on end. You were expressing some kind of fear for hours or days on end. If this is the case, then you most likely have found strings of low vibrational happenings that were along those same lines, and that because of the momentum that you established, seem to last for a period of time. But it is in direct correlation with perfect timing having manifest in your experience to that which you have expressed at a certain period of time. This is why it's important to monitor how you feel. As a result of your belief systems, monitor how you feel, because these feelings that you are expressing is what creates the momentum that yields your experience. If you can string along reason to feel good consistently, then you will create momentum that will yield experience that causes you to feel good. And all of the things that you align yourself with because of your feeling good state of being will begin to and be allowed to materialize. If you allow yourself to exist in a low vibrational state, frustration, fear, stress, anger, all of those words that cause you to feel a certain way, if you allow yourself to stay in those arenas for an extended period of time, then you can expect that you have experiences that will reflect those and that will linger for a period of time based on your expressions. All of these ideas, if you desire to be a powerful, conscious creator, if you desire to be intentional about your life, then there are transformations that must be made. But before you can make these transformations definitively, you must become aware of the truth of your being. You must become aware of your inner makeup, how and why it was established, because this is how you recreate yourself through the same process. You must become aware that at this moment you are not being the truth of you. You are being that which you have been conditioned to be. You are being that which you have been programmed to be. You are being that which you have been trained to be through the experience of others. You are being your mother. You are being your father. You are being the result of the pain, the suffering, the highs and lows that were emotional in your experience that created dominant ideas. You are being the result of that at the moment. You have to be aware. You have to understand how these ideas were sown, and that reveals how you can change the ideas, how you can recreate yourself and establish new ideas. But at the core of that, once you begin that play and practice, you have to understand that where you are going is to the full free expression of that which is free of all of these ideas, of that which you are, that sources the creative fuel to these ideas. This is what you have to understand, that this is a process, but the process is simple because you can understand the creative faculties. You can know what they are. You can understand how you got to this point through conditioning, and you can recondition yourself. You can make the necessary transformation to establish new ideas that will align you with the experiences that you want to create in your life. And this is all. And if you desire support in this endeavor, if you would like to accelerate the process of growth and expansion in this manner for yourself, then look to the description and get more information on the Ascension Accelerator, a private community where individuals just like yourself now from around the world are allowing us to support and facilitate their growth and expansion through greater and closer contact, thus accelerating the process. But no matter what your decision is, we love you very much, and we are here for you. We are thankful, grateful for the opportunity to share. We're thankful for the vessel. We're thankful for each of you offering further ground for these transmissions. We're here for you from our now non-physical perspective, offering that which we know to be true, offering that which we know will transform your life. We honor you. We celebrate you, and we love you. We love you. We love you. Thank you. If you have watched this presentation to the end, at the least, we know your growth and expansion is a top priority. And that's why we want to make sure you're aware of the private community, the Ascension Accelerator. In the Ascension Accelerator, you will find the direction, the community support and interaction, the constantly available guidance, and the tools necessary to accelerate and set the stage for quantum leaps in your growth and expansion. Once you check out the free guidance in the description, schedule your free Ascension session. Allow us to support you with your highest intention at the moment and take a tour of the private community. The most powerful version of yourself is available now, and the life you're inspired to live is waiting for you. But it is up to you to release the inner conflict to its expression. For those of you bold enough and with a burning desire to speed up the process, we are here.